Hi, it's Joy and I'm going to be watching Supergirl Season 6, Episode 16, Nightmare in National City, which does sound like we're going after the Dream Totem, Dreamer was going after it last episode. I am stressed. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. You get that 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and let's go.
Your secret admirer sent you more than a frock. He sent me. Me?
This is terrible.
That's impossible.
Wearing gifts. This is for you. This for you.
Bless Esme.
Oh my gosh, my niece is one heck of an artist. President Zakharov are in town.
I just saw somebody's name as the guest star, and he's a fantastic Lex Luthor. Please don't get me. And I know he's pretty obvious he's the secret admirer. Like, he's fantastic Lex Luthor, but I've just been so much enjoying this show without Lex's presence dominating everything.
And asked Kat if she'd be willing to introduce me to the president and prime minister, and she said yes. And now Catco has the chance to do something just like that. A once-in-a-generation interview that will...
But not really interesting, is it?
What? But, this could be
Andrea, go away. Let someone else run this.
Not getting this.
Oh, but I am.
She doesn't get anything.
Civic center.
It's her sister.
Me?
I've been thinking about things and...
You gonna apologise?
Look...
Because what you said was unforgivable.
Apology. What I said to you at Mom's funeral...
Don't. Dream.
It's up to Nia when she's ready to hear an apology.
Everything that you know about this.
Oh. Really? Yeah, that's like me asking you to tell me everything you know about journalism.
Okay, is there a book I could read?
Sure.
Don't be argumentative
Right
back.
here.
You're the one that wronged her.
Great. Which one?
All of them, but...
All of them.
Do you know what she really needs? Basically what she's asking you is, do you have any clues about where I might be able to find it? How I would start looking? It doesn't take a genius to be able to condense the knowledge they have into basic clues. And even if it's, well, one source says this and one source says that. If you're supposedly so wonderful, Miss Maeve, you could help her with that. Sorry.
Use the gauntlet.
Nixley can't do anything by herself. She is literally only able to listen to what other people have. Advice.
The dream portal.
What the fuck? Oh great, a weird nightmare thing. That is big!
I could put up a dome that not
Just
even
do it, my love.
could get through.
I'm sorry, it's literally about to hit the plant.
Now it's invisible.
What? That tickled me. Now it's invisible.
You are still my sister.
You haven't acted like it lately. You changed your name and left your family, love.
Are you coming?
Sisters can fight and sisters can get over it. What she said was pretty unforgivable. I understand that she was hurting because she always thought that was going to be her future and it was taken from her, but...
There's an entire dream expanse out there. You've never accessed it? Haven't you read of Dreams Beyond or anything M.K. Nestler? You know it wouldn't kill you to crack open a book every once in a while?
Maybe if you were supportive.
Expert. Go back to the tree.
Get yourself back to the tree, lady.
Is that employees are being cut off from work, parents separated from children. I just hope the Super Friends' recent success hasn't gone to their head.
No, it hasn't.
They probably should have covered the nuclear site with the dome rather than the creature.
President Zakharov.
Not so bad after all.
Nia, sense the disturbance in the dream realm, please.
My phone is ringing off the hook.
Well, yes, if a nuclear explosion occurs, what do you think's gonna happen?
That is a mob trying to escape the dome.
Supergirl?
Oh,
We have a
God.
situation.
Where?
I don't blame them, but I also think, like, oh, Lord.
I think I figured
Too
something
much
out.
going on right now. I love how confident Nia is getting with her powers. And for her sake, I hope she's able to find a peace with her sister.
What's going on? Is everything okay with the interview?
She can't. She's struggling with being Supergirl and Kara.
I feel like I have been one step behind on everything.
I know.
And the stakes are so high. Like, if we make one wrong move, it could mean literally the end of everything.
We are not going to let that happen. We just
No,
to
you have
take
a
things
whole team
one
with you,
step
my
at a time.
love.
The people need to hear from the Girl of Steel herself.
I don't have time to make comments. I'm sorry.
She doesn't. She's dealing with a lot, but do also notice the timing that it was right at the same time Kara had an interview to do. Oh, I'm so stressed because Nia's done all of this. Made it so far, but Nixley's going to appear out of nowhere.
Dream totem.
Maeve, don't do something reckless. Maeve!
You are not pure.
It was supposed to be mine.
Oh, Lord.
I worked my entire life towards becoming the dreamer.
I know you did, but it doesn't mean it was meant to be yours.
And you took it?
I didn't have a choice.
It's who she is. Nia put you before herself every time.
That have no pity for you. I'm sorry that you wasted all of those
Nia.
years reading all of those books, assuming with no cause, by the way, that you'd be the dreamer.
Good, Nia, I love you.
Look, do you think that's what the dreamer would do? You don't think I deserve these powers? You don't think I'm a real woman? Well, I don't care.
I love you, Nia.
I know who I am.
Yes.
I am the dreamer.
Yes, Nia. Oh, I love
The question is, who are you?
Fuck. She's not pure of heart or pure of anything. Shit.
Maybe it can give you the extra power you need.
Thank you, May. Finally. Took literal almost death for you to do something.
It's for using me.
Yes, Nia.
Princess, we can't win this. I guess it's time to go then.
Would you really call yourself Princess? I know it knew facts about her, but really?
Don't tell me. I'm coming.
Oof, Kara.
Portal's up. The monster should.
It's a delightful nightmare. Oh, Jesus Christ! He was literally about to work morons with guns.
Stop this now! You're drawing him away from where he needs to go.
John, they couldn't hear you. They're in helicopters. Good, good, good! She can do her hair very fast. Oh, Lord.
What happened?
Not that late. When they couldn't find you, they left.
Oh,
Rohan
fuck.
said she tried calling you.
But Nixley got away with the dream.
Today was a loss all around.
And I'm worried I'm bringing everyone around me down.
No,
You only bring
Today
people up,
it's a
sweetheart.
bad day. You can have it all. You just can't have it all at the same time. So, maybe ask yourself, what does Kara Danvers want?
William should do the interview.
What?
I've given him my interview. I quit.
Oh, my love. We've worked so hard for so many years for her to be able to be Kara and Supergirl. She's got a team that can pick up the slack. And I know Nixley's a huge, huge threat right now. But I hate that she's having to give up a huge part of herself that has been so important to her all her life. I mean, she's an award-winning journalist. So as soon as she wants to be a journalist again, she will be able to get 1,000 jobs. But I hate it. I hate how lost she's feeling right now. And she's picking the thing that she needs to pick for the good of the world rather than the thing that is truly who she is, although she is also Supergirl, and it's just a lot.
I wanted you to be in as much pain as I was.
Doesn't make it okay.
You today, you are the dreamer.
She is.
You always have been. Forgive me.
Not today.
Alone, I needed you.
You have every right to feel like this. It is up to
I
you
needed
when and
my
if
big
you're able to
sister.
forgive her.
Second chance.
Yeah, you're such a good
final
person.
Chance.
Nia, I love you.
Citizens of National City, I come to you tonight with an apology.
It's
I know
important.
you have always placed your hope and trust in me, but now
You have to take
when we
action.
face the
Take
alien you know
responsibility
as
for your
Nixley,
actions. Yes, my
Nixley will
love.
be stopped. No
I'm
matter
glad
the
they're
cost.
good. These two deserve.
Because for me and my friend,
The key to your success.
I mean, I get that Lex has been a big part of this show, but he's been too much of a part of this show, and I know largely because his seasons coincided with Melissa's maternity leave and COVID and all sorts. And he's a fantastic Lex. There's genuinely no hate towards the actor. I think he's amazing. I'm so sick of Lex Luthor and his domination over this show. Nixley was so refreshing because she wasn't Lex Luthor, and now she's going to be yet another underling to Lex Luthor, and I'm so I'm done. I just gotta pray that Nixley gets rid of him in the next episode, because my god, I'm done. He's fun, like I said, he's so fantastic, and for a small arc, I think having Lex Luthor in this show would be really, really, really interesting. But the amount we've had him, I'm tired, okay? Nixley as a villain is such an interesting one because in some ways she is so uber powerful, and in some other ways she's so easily manipulated. And her biggest feature is her own self-pity and self-victimization, and also self-righteousness, which she accuses the good guys of having. I'm stressed. We only have like, what, 4 episodes left, and there seems like so much to do. For Kara, it breaks my heart that she reached this point because, you know, that's been something she's been struggling with ever since the beginning. I can remember that quote about you can have it all, you can't have it all at once, whatever, being a big thing she was struggling with way back in season 2 when she was wondering if she could have a relationship with Mon-El and be Supergirl. You know, she's been struggling with this on and off in so many different ways. And I feel like at so many points she's reached a place where she was juggling both really well. And part of that was the ability to give more responsibility to her team and to other people and take some more time to be herself. I feel like if anything she should have taken a sabbatical or something, which I know she literally just had months off because she was in the Phantom Zone. And obviously I do believe she could get rehired by Catco or anywhere as soon as she were to want to. It's just, I find it really sad that she's giving up that part of herself because it's something that's so important to her. And like, is Nia going to quit as well? It's just, her identity is being Kara Danvers, the journalist, and that's something she's fought so hard for the chance to be, for the chance to do both. And I find it really sad that she's giving up that part for the greater good. And I feel like while she's choosing to be Supergirl because she's spreading hope around the world and being able to stop Nixley and sort of fix her mistakes and everything like that, that is something that is important to her. If she was truly doing the thing that she wanted, it would be continuing to be Kara Danvers and having her life there. So that is really sad. But if it means there's less Andrea in my life, she's just, every now and then she says something that shows you that in there is a switched on person who cares, and the rest of the time it's all, oh, money, 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 make me look good. I can't believe this magazine became something that was just frivolous, but just because a few years ago I told you to make it frivolous, don't understand. William is still a very good man. I'm glad he turned out to be a good man. I'm also glad he's not dating Kara. I think he is a good kind of check in a way to the Super Friends, because it is so true. It's like everything they do genuinely to try and help. They do things for the good of humanity, for the good of the city. They never ever do something thinking, we're up here in our tower better than all you little morons. They truly are trying to help people. But William is able to kind of be that voice of, well, the public don't quite see it like that, or maybe, you know, you can help the public see it like that if you own up to it. So I did enjoy that Kara, I mean, she handed William the interview. Now, in some ways, yes, he's extraordinarily qualified for it. I think if she should take a sabbatical for her own sake. I'm guessing Andrea's going to think that she's kind of struggling with some mental health issues or her family member's ill or something. I am going to be surprised if she or William don't figure out she's Supergirl, but yes. It's raining outside. I think William is a good voice of reason, and I enjoyed the way Kara owned up with an apology. That I feel like if you're going to do something like the Dome, there almost needed to immediately be a statement from Supergirl, because she's like the face of the organisation. It almost immediately needed to have her up there explaining it, explaining why it was there, apologising for the inconvenience, you know, and sharing any resources there were for like children that were stranded or things like that. And I think going forward that's going to be something we're really going to deal with. This season has definitely felt like, to me, like we're dealing a lot with Kara's place and what Kara wants to be, and it's just really interesting knowing that this is the final season of Supergirl, and I'm pretty sure I've seen or read things that have suggested that Melissa is like, this is her final time as Supergirl, like she's, you know, she's happy, she's done it for 6 years and she wants to move on. Which I do wonder whether it's going to ultimately be with her putting down the cape and becoming just Kara Danvers, a journalist, and just living a normal life. Though I can't kind of see that happening, because I feel like we're an alien invasion to happen, or whether to be some big explosion and Kara would be straight there, but maybe she'll do it in a less full-time capacity. Part of me, the small selfish, I mean, I say selfish, it's not really selfish, it's selfish because of how much pain this has put me through in the past. There is a small part of me that's like, Mon-El's supposed to be in the finale. I mean, I haven't looked for any spoilers or anything, I've just seen suggestions of that, and it would make sense. You know, I hope Cat Grant's in the finale. I haven't seen her in forever, and I know that's because they moved from LA to Toronto, or Vancouver, or wherever it is they film, Canada. You know, I hope James turns up, I hope everyone is in the finale, who was ever important to the show. But that being said, there's that part of me that's like, their story was never finished, we were screwed over in season 3, and even if you don't ship them, you have to admit that the course of season 3 was implying they would get together, and then in the finale they barely spoke and it was like bam, yes, leave. It was just badly done. That's my main issue. If they had written them a season 3 that was a, oh, you know, we'll always love each other but it's just not going to work out, we'll part on good terms, I would have been very sad, but I would have been at peace with it, if that makes sense. But anyway, that part of me wonders that. Now onto the main part of this episode, the other main part, which was Nia. I think they did such a good job this episode of her being allowed to feel what she feels, of it not being like, because so many people have the attitude of, oh well, she apologised so that makes it okay. It doesn't. Somebody can cause you hurt and pain, and it is up to you when you are ready to accept the apology, if you are ever ready to accept the apology. Some things are so terrible, and you know, it was what she said, it was the fact that she said that knowing everything Nia had been through to reach this point. It was the fact that she said that when their mother had just died and then ditched the entire family including their father, you know. And then not even that, but just when you kind of thought over the course of this episode maybe they were building bridges, maybe Maeve was starting to come around, she tried to steal the dream totem and screamed about how it was her right, when, you know, it's not as though Nia only realised she was trans when she was an adult or something. Nia has always known who she is, which means Maeve has always known she had a sister. So it's just, it shows you in a way the transphobia still alive in Maeve's head, despite how accepting she had been up to that point, that she ever thought it was, you know, shut and, what's that phrase, not shut and dry, I don't know, it was open and shut, that it would just be her being the one because it's handed down to daughters. I really enjoyed Nia staying firm with her, but also accepting her help when she needed it, protecting her when it came down to it. And I think that scene at the end, well, the scene with her and Brainy was everything, but the last scene of her with Maeve, where, you know, Maeve finally properly apologised and actually sounded like she meant it. She kind of acknowledged what she did and why she did it, and realised that she, like, Nia was firm. She was like, well, no, right now I don't forgive you. And you know what, if she never does, that's totally valid, because I think what Maeve did was unforgivable, to be honest. But I really appreciated that they had Nia staying firm within her own feelings, not being guilt-tripped or not feeling like, oh, you're my sister and I want you back, therefore I have to forgive you. That she stayed firm with not forgiving her, but also was like, but we can try and build something fresh. And I think that is so important and so special. And in a way, Nia's response here is what I would have wanted Lena's response to be to finding out the truth about Kara, especially when Kara told her the truth before Kara knew Lena knew. You know, I'd have had no problems with Nia being like, well, no, with Lena being like, nope, I don't forgive you, goodbye. But brainwashing the planet was not the right answer. But I'm so proud of Nia. I'm so proud of the person we're watching her become, of her. She's getting confident with her powers and she's having to figure it out by herself, and she's making mistakes because she's a human. She's a person like anybody else. We all make mistakes, and, you know, helping Nixley out of the dreamscape was a mistake, but I don't think it was an unforgivable one, and I think she's working to atone for that, and she's working to better herself and to better who she is, and I just think I'm so proud of her. I think she just must be, I can't imagine the difference that Nia is making on the screen to thousands of children and young people out there who are able to look and think, oh, you know, she's like me. She also was, I don't want to use the wrong terminology, I'm very sorry, but she's transgender. She realised that she wasn't the gender that everyone assumed she was, and I just think that's such an inspirational character, and I'm really enjoying watching Nia's growth and her story. 4 episodes left in this show. Whew. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.